listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Vampire Diaries After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Vampire Diaries After Show.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers? Bing is for doing, and we are doing another AfterBuzz TV after show for the Vampire Diaries Season 3, episode, damn, like 21?
21, yeah.
21. Don't try me before sunset.
That is a movie.
Yo,
that
forget that. This episode was a movie.
So good.
But before we talk about it, I am DJ Jesse Janity, joined in studio with
David Skiffolitti
and
Emily Harbert.
Unfortunately, we're missing Billy and Brittany, but happy birthday to Brittany. She's out in Vegas.
Woo!
And we will give her that. Let's jump into this episode. This ish was bananas.
I'm gonna go out and say on a limb, overall, my favorite episode this season.
I agree.
I want to say, like, there have been moments, aka Delana making out, like all this stuff. Those kind of things have been favorite moments, but as an entire episode, this was my favorite. Like, this one went by in a second. Like, in the commercial breaks, like, we were so into it. We weren't even, like, talking. Like, I was into
awesome.
This episode.
Because usually, I'm not going to lie, Emily does not like to talk when we watch Vampire Diaries. I'll be throwing a couple comments here and there, but tonight we were like,
oh my God. And right from the second.
Literally from the start.
Yeah.
And so let's just jump into it. I love the beginning scene with Caroline and Rebecca. That was...
I loved it.
I didn't like that Rebecca was just,
I thought it was cute that they apologized to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and
I thought
like,
it was cute.
Sorry.
Yeah. And I thought, I really loved it, because the thing is, they are very similar.
Rebecca
in a lot of ways.
No, exactly. And especially with the parent. They hate both.
Exactly.
Didn't like their parent, but at the end of the day, it's your parent.
It was like kind of just recognizing it, and then both of them fighting Alaric together. Like, Rebecca, was it Rebecca coming to no, it was Caroline coming to Rebecca's rescue. Rebecca. And I thought it was just like awesome. The vampire Barbies.
Now, okay, that was
that is a great way to describe those.
That was
actually
my favorite fight scene out of this whole season, and I wish yes, this whole season. Name a better fight scene. I just wanted to see them fight together.
Yeah.
Like, that was so epic for me.
Yeah. It was pretty epic for me too. I am with you, Jesse.
Two hot blondes.
I don't remember fight
scenes.
I don't remember fight scenes. I only remember love scenes.
But I was upset with one part of that scene.
What? That it ended too quickly?
That.
Yeah.
Okay, so there were two things. That ended too quickly, and then the fact that, like, she just saved you. Caroline came out and saved you, Rebecca, and then he snaps Caroline's neck. You can't, like...
leave her there.
She was just stood there like...
Well, she knows that he could kill her with that silver
Rebecca's
stake.
kind of like, here's the thing.
Well, wait. With the stake, if he kills... Because...
If he kills Rebecca, her entire line dies.
But... Right.
Which is what his goal is.
Right.
At the end of the day.
But...
Now,
I don't know if it's the same. Have we seen it where you take... Because sometimes in Buffy, if they took the stake and they stabbed the vampire, sometimes the stake would...
but she melted his ring onto the stake so that it would be indestructible.
Because that's what happened with the original. That's why they had so many stakes.
Yeah.
Remember? Because when they originally killed Michael, he blew up in flames.
I forgot. This is Mr. Pointy.
This is Mr. Pointy.
That
is a Buffy reference for those of you.
Okay,
just
so
bedazzled.
for any of you born after Okay.
2005.
I was born in
Forget
89.
that. If they're watching this, they know that we're referring to Buffy.
Okay, that
and
is
if you
true.
haven't, go rent the damn DVDs or watch Logo.
Or it's now streaming on Netflix, I believe.
Yeah, and so even if you haven't watched Buffy, here's what you can actually do. Buy it on Amazon. It's really easy, but in order to do that, go to AfterBuzzTV.com first, watch our episode. Well, we're getting something from the booth.
It said Hell Yes Buffy iTunes.
Oh, there we go. See? Yeah, so I mean, you can go. No, don't buy it on iTunes. Buy it on Amazon.com. Go to AfterBuzzTV.com, hit the Amazon button, and then purchase it through there. It's no extra cost. It just helps AfterBuzz out. And why wouldn't you want to help us out?
And at the end of the day, it helps you out because you're getting all our Buffy references. Now, granted, you're going to have to go through 7 seasons of an incredible show.
Can we get back to Vampire Diaries?
No, that was our plug.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay,
now
to
we can get back
Vampire
to
Diaries.
Vampire Diaries.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
Rebecca, I think, was being smart. She should peace out of town.
She should, of course.
She should peace out.
No, I think all the vampires need to come together.
You're weak.
They
That's
will
what's
come
gonna happen
together.
next
No,
week.
that's how they survive. That's how Rebecca has survived. That's how Klaus has survived for so many years. They run
Yeah,
and they
that's
hide.
Well,
have
that's
to
not how
run
the
and hide.
Salvatores do it, and they've been around. Not
Not
in
as
slumber.
long. They
Well,
have
that's not
been
their
around
choice.
as long.
Yeah.
But they haven't been put to sleep.
Oh,
No,
please.
they have not.
Oh, please.
Anyways,
Maybe
so,
they should. Maybe
What's
they should
after
take a
this?
goddamn nap.
Well, no.
What happened after
So-
the? Sorry.
Well, no, we have Rebecca versus Klaus. Rebecca wants to leave, and Klaus wants to stay. He wants Elena.
Yes.
Do you think? What would the benefits have been of Klaus actually leaving with Rebecca? Benefits.
The benefits is it's family. They'll always be together, always and forever.
Well, because then Elena wouldn't be in trouble anymore.
Elena wouldn't be in trouble.
Do you want to repeat everything he said?
In theory, if Klaus left with Rebecca, Elena wouldn't be a scapegoat anymore for Alaric to use as bait.
Yeah.
But at that point, they didn't know. Well, I guess he was using Elena as bait.
Yeah.
But then, so Elena goes to the school, tries to save Caroline.
Because
which-
she's a stupid bitch.
Can we just talk
it's
about
like
this?
Literally, that's the one thing
Not
that
that I
annoys
don't
me. It's
love
like
Elena.
She's a
the thing.
smart, stupid bitch. I
Here's
know
the
that
thing.
just went against
By
everything
the
I just said. She snuck out of the house, didn't let none of the again, Brittany would be here like,
How did
Yeah.
they not notice?
Yeah.
I get it.
Klaus is like trying to blow them up, throwing like the strongest damn newspaper
Yeah.
I've ever seen in my life.
But here's the thing. This is something that every show does. Every like kind of crime fighting, like it's like, don't tell them or I'll kill you or I'll kill her or I'll. It's like he's not with you. How would you possibly know? If she had told them, then it would be 3-on-1, and he wouldn't have to be able to kill Caroline.
Because Elena is
It's like,
so
why are you being stupid? Like she's not. Yeah, no.
Well, we
she
know
should have
she's not
told
all
them.
there.
No.
We get it.
She is mentally disabled.
Okay.
So she goes there,
I'm
and
just kidding.
I mean, but she did show us some ballsy moves.
Yeah.
He has Caroline like penciled,
And vervained.
like the pencils.
The pencils
really.
was weird, but the vervain like
was kinda
gag
interesting.
was like really intense.
That was awesome.
And like the fact it didn't really hit me until he said,
Yeah.
it's like inhaling razor blades." That was a really good
Yeah.
visual for me.
Analogy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to hear
Agreed.
By the way, just shout out, he was good in this episode.
that. Who?
He was
Matt
amazing.
Davis. I thought he was
Who knew
really
he
good.
could
in
be
it? Yeah.
so strong and convincingly evil.
Yeah,
Well,
he
and
was
so
very convincing.
Actually, it's in the blogs that they think that he's the #1 bad guy that Vampire Diaries has had.
I
Do you
agree with that too.
And at first I was like, what? Like, no. But then now I'm thinking about
No,
it.
what?
Makes a bad guy
Probably.
really good is the fact that we know everything about him. You were rooting for him for so long. And, now
And
it's
he
like,
knows everything about your
The
main
cast.
characters
Yeah.
because he was part of that group for so long. And so he knows all their weaknesses. He knows all their strengths. He knows all their strategies already.
The best bad guys are the ones that are good then turn bad.
Agreed, because even Stefan
Yeah.
was a really good bad guy.
Yeah. So
So while that's going on, then we have Klaus with the brothers and Bonnie at the house.
who changed
just-
really quickly.
and brushed those pin curls out of her hair so quickly.
She took a shower. She washed the blood off her face. She was a new girl. She
Blew
was like,
her hair out.
She's like, I am
She
cover
worked
girl.
that flat iron.
Hey.
Good for her.
Can I just say
maybe
something
that's the
about
magic she's
Kat
working.
Grant? Sorry. Can I just say something about her look? Her widow's peak really annoys me.
It's her wig.
Look, I think she's beautiful.
I think she's beautiful. I think she has a beautiful. Her widow's. It's bad.
No,
it's
it's
bad.
the wig that she wears on this show. Okay.
For me,
Then they need
prefer
a new
her-
wig
weird.
department.
I
They
prefer her
need
hair
a new
pulled
hair
like when it's
department.
down. The hair pulled back didn't really do it for me. But
Okay.
either
Anyways,
or, I think she's beautiful.
she's a pretty girl.
And she came out cover girl like, hey, I have an idea.
Yeah.
So glamorous. She must have borrowed some clothes from Elena because she changed out of that costume.
Right. And she just happened to have clothes at Elena. So
They're BFFs. They do. They do
it was
that.
a joke.
Okay.
So then the plan is that they're going to bring the mother back.
Yes.
Little Miss Abby.
For a hot second.
Hot second. For what? What was the
A
purpose
scene.
of that?
To know the.
To
I
find
get
out the
it, but I'm
spell.
just
But
saying.
she could
Find out
have
the
figured it
spell.
out from anybody.
Yeah.
Do we think she's still in town?
Doesn't she have the grimoires?
Yeah.
Those weren't in the grimoires.
That spell
Apparently.
wasn't in the grimoire?
It's
Apparently
just
not.
up in here.
It's up in here. Yeah.
So she
It
explains
was
that
3 words.
she's gonna be. They're gonna do a spell where Bonnie has to stop a human heart in order
Well,
to
it's
stop.
the spell that Abby used on Michael before she left town. So that's why she has to
Yeah.
call her, because she's the only one who's ever done it successfully.
Yes.
And interesting enough, all these spells that Bonnie's been doing, she does this spell and no nosebleed.
No nosebleed. But I think that was for the reason because you saw when in the beginning when Abby first comes, she thinks that Bonnie isn't powerful enough to do the spell. And when Bonnie says, you haven't been here, you don't know what I've done. And Damon, which I thought was a great Damon moment, was like, yeah, I'm Team Bonnie. I've seen what she's done. I think if you would have seen the nosebleed, it kind of would have made her seem weaker.
Agreed. Do you guys think that, because I know last week Brittany kind of mentioned, in order for Bonnie to kind of get over that hump, Damon and Stefan would have to do something to save her. So do we think that it's all kind of evened out for because Damon even mentioned the fact of, you know, I do stupid things, so I saved you. You know? Where do we think Bonnie lies with that?
Do you know what? I don't think, because she didn't really recognize it. She didn't really she didn't run up and hug him. Like,
She
obviously
didn't run up
she
and hug
wouldn't.
him, but I thought
like-
she did recognize it. I kind of felt like her face was kind of just like,
Yeah, no.
I hate
recognize wasn't the wrong. Like, she recognized it, but it didn't change her feelings. It didn't make her do a 180.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
180. That's why I'm asking you guys. Do you
Yeah.
think that it's the road to
Redemption?
her- yeah.
I don't know. Here's the thing: what I actually read about
No.
I don't think Bonnie cares.
that I read on Watch with Kristen on E. It was like they did a whole thing of what we want from every season finale. And one of the things for Vampire Diaries, it's like, stop relying on the witches. It's like every problem they have, they end up relying on the witches to fix it and
Well,
relying
if
on the
you-
spell. And they wrong. And I think if they find another way, and if Bonnie isn't the one that they have to go to constantly, that will make Bonnie's character turn around and make her more.
I think it has to do a lot with this season, has dealt a lot with the originals. And the originals were created by a witch. So I think
Yeah, that's
witchcraft
true.
has been
Yeah.
a huge part of this season. And I think at the end of this season, I think they should move away from
Yeah.
witchcraft. But they're still going to need it for the finale,
See, I don't.
of course.
I don't know. Part of me, I'm torn because I do understand what you're saying, but then it's also like, well, I mean, every week it's the vampires and the brothers having to come together and destroy the world and protect and save. You know what I mean? So it's like everyone's doing the same.
Tonight,
Everyone's
we take over the world.
You know what I mean? So I get it to a point, but to me, it's what keeps her part of the team. And I'm thinking Buffy-wise because you needed Willow, and it all works together. Like
And on Buffy, Willow was always willing to help.
yeah.
All right.
But that's the thing,
Let's just
Bonnie's
say
not
Bonnie
always willing to help.
is never willing to help.
But that's also because she doesn't know how she feels because these guys were so. We keep getting hell yes Buffy from the booth.
Because it's true. You know what I mean? Willow on Buffy was always there. She was always the first one to be like, let me help, let me help, let me help. And Bonnie, I
But
feel
question-
like begrudgingly helps
Let's compare this. If Angel was to have killed Willow's mother, would Will have done
I think
it?
Willow would have been fine.
No.
Willow's mom was an evil bitch.
Well, no, okay,
Remember
that's
Willow's
true,
mother
too.
tried to burn her at the stake?
That's true too.
Can you guys save this for when you do your Buffy?
Well, we
I'm
will.
just saying.
No, but
Okay.
this is it's
You know what I
it's
mean? And I think-
vampire
and
It's
law.
vampire related.
This, and the same thing.
That's the laws of vampires and witches.
It is. And the same thing. Bonnie's mother has been gone for 16 years. She should
Yeah.
have never been so angry that
I
they
agree
killed
with
her
that.
mother.
I agree with that.
All right, you did not know the
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah,
but
I
there's
agree
still
with that.
attachment issues with
Yeah,
that.
it's
Well,
like-
we start with Caroline too.
No, yeah, it's
I'm not getting really. We know.
You know what? These girls get too attached too quickly, and that's their problem.
yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the problem
that's
with
their
society in
problem.
general.
Yeah,
Right.
that's our problem. We do get really attached really quickly.
I mean,
Trust
look
me,
how
I know.
attached we get to the characters.
Yeah.
On this show. Period. I mean,
Yeah.
Klaus. I feel like I've broken up with the guy 3 times.
Oh wait, can we just talk? Wait, can I? Speaking of attachment and Klaus, can I just? Okay, can we move on so we can get to that Klaus saving Caroline, the Caroline moment?
No, not there yet. Bonnie's mom comes to town. They're gonna do this whole heart thing. Okay, I guess we could go there.
Yeah, because they save. That's them saving Caroline. Elena like pulls her badass move.
Well, before
Rose.
Oh,
when he does
Klaus
Caroline.
and Stefan have that little convo.
That's where I wanted. Well, I guess
Yeah.
actually, yeah. Go ahead.
Which, by the way, okay. First of all, I thought it was like a little
I'm so lost.
weird.
When Klaus spoke to Stefan about making the choice and the decision on their way to the school
When they get out of the car
about
what?
Elena.
about Elena, he's like,
yes, okay.
I don't know why like. Could you imagine?
What's
I
gonna
wrote it
happen?
down.
Like it was like I don't know why she's wasting her time with Damon. Like,
You're the
and
better choice.
do you know what? Here's the thing that like kind of weirded me out. It was like, could you really imagine like, okay, Klaus, Stefan, and Elena on the road together? It just like kind of seemed weird. It was like
Would
this
seem
weird.
That would be a nice little.
I would have loved it.
Yeah.
I
When
don't
he
know.
said
I
that,
just, like, I
I
was like,
kind of
okay,
was
that's
turned
weird.
on by that idea. Like, it would kind of make things it
Like
would-
in a sexual way.
No, look, you guys, I can't with you guys in this vampire menage a trois you guys are all about.
You said
I'm
turned
all
on.
about-
No, turned on in the sense of it would make the show really interesting because then you're
If
taking
we saw them on a boat.
two of the key players and you're putting them elsewhere. That means everybody who's a B player in Mystic Falls
Is gone.
has to grow. No, because we'd want to still go back to Mystic
No,
Falls.
we wouldn't.
No, we wouldn't.
You
no.
know we would
No,
not.
I would.
Everybody would be on that boat some
Yeah.
way or another. They would show
That's
up
not
in a
happening.
speedboat. They would show up on the other end.
Which-
Oh, we took a plane ticket. Hey!
Which, by the way, we'll get into the predictions. Why?
Everyone but Matt.
We'll get into the predictions. But anyways, so then they go into the house.
So
then
go
they
ahead.
all connect each other.
With Bonnie's blood.
With
which was
Bonnie's
weird,
blood, that
and
was weird.
I kind of felt like they were gonna like get really
Yeah.
turned on by the blood. You know what I mean? Like I thought
Sexy
like they were
blood.
gonna.
I thought it
drink
was
the
gonna
blood and-
have like a different effect on them than it did.
So, anyways,
And I
so
wonder
they
how
go
long
to.
that
They
lasts.
drank it like a Capri Sun. Like
Yeah, that's what I was. I actually thought they were going to be like weirded out at the fact that they had to drink her blood, but then I was like, oh shit, they're vampires.
Yeah,
it's fine.
what do they care?
I
thought they were
like
gonna.
Bonnie would be weirded out.
Yeah.
Like, just she's like watching like you guys have to drink this.
I just felt like they would have had like a power surge or something.
Yeah.
Would have like done something to them. Like when
agree.
they drink Elena's blood, they're all like
Yeah.
like crazy people,
Anyways,
right?
so then.
Yeah, that happens.
Yes.
So Elena kicks ass. Elena kicks Alaric's ass, which was awesome.
Yeah. And then she gets the dumb bimbo up against the locker, and then we see Damon come in.
No, you're missing.
Up against the locker.
You're missing Klaus
Oh God! the
Intimate
team-
intercepting, coming up behind. It's like the one line that is always like the one line whisper that is like with every kind of movie like this when it's like, don't worry, it's just me. It's just me.
Look, that-
And I
any
was like,
Klaus and Caroline scene
that's
gets blocked out of my
really-
mind
I was like,
because-
shh. That's the kind of like whisper kind of, it just kind of made it hot. And I was like, I would not be upset if she was like, oh, okay, I like you now.
So you would have been fine if they just had a kissing moment right there.
I would have totally been fine with
I
it.
can't with you. What do you think about that? Like, because I just don't care.
I thought it was a very tender moment,
Tender love.
but I'm not a tender kind of guy. I'm just kidding. I am. I thought it was a very tender moment. I thought it was very sweet. But, I mean, at the end of the day, all I could focus on was the fact that Caroline looked like shit. And I was like, go home, throw some makeup on.
She just had her vein tied to her lips. Like,
please.
if Bonnie can do it that quickly, why can't you?
She's a vampire. She's got super speed. She could have thrown some lip gloss on.
Oh my god.
I can't. So then all the guys come.
Run a brush through her hair.
Save Elena. Rick like breaks Stefan and Damon's neck down to the ground, and he's about to kill Klaus.
He like cracked Stefan in half. He like not his neck. He cracked him in half, like his spine.
Useless.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then he's about to kill Klaus, and Elena
slitting her own throat, not flinching.
Wait,
okay,
can we just give Elena some claps for a minute? Because
I get it. That was very ballsy. Not even a flinch, though. Not a noise. Nothing. She just like, not even a stress ball.
Honestly, I was actually surprised at how slow she did it. Because I'm like, this bitch is just. She's like praying for the day she can kill herself.
Yeah,
she's asking for it.
Like,
she needs to throw herself off a bridge already and get it over with.
By the way, if I was Elena, what I would just drink vampire blood every day,
right?
Just in case, because.
But she wants to. I know
she wants to.
She has a death wish.
Yeah.
Why doesn't she just agree to become a vampire already?
I don't know, because like
then it's too much like Twilight.
And by the way, yeah, that's why they're not doing it. They'll do it, I think, once Twilight is over and done with, but. So that was like the whole thing at the end of the show when we'll talk about it, but when they're in the car together. When Stefan and Damon are in the car together and like Damon's like, okay, in 60 years we'll come back together. It's like, okay, so you're gonna be with Elena and you're gonna look like that and she's gonna be 78 years old, like,
and apparently dead.
Like
right.
At 78.
Like,
right?
Damon knows all. And which was actually let's just jump to that real quick.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting that Damon. Wouldn't you think if you found the love of your life and you're a vampire that you would? In my head, I feel like we know Stefan wants to keep her human, so she lives her life. But it was interesting that Damon wants her to have her life rather than turn her like that. His mind doesn't go to turning her into a vampire.
Why they don't turn her? Stefan can have her for 100 years. Damon could have her for 100 years. Stefan could have her for the next 100.
And then that's too much like Kat.
Yeah.
Who's Kat?
Katarina.
Katarina
Petrova. I miss Katarina Petrova.
I read is Julie Plex said that she is not coming back until Klaus is gone, and Klaus is now gone.
Oh, that's true. Or is he?
Isn't he signed on for season 4?
But something. Well,
Joseph Morgan signed on for
which
season
I guess 4. We're just spreading the news out. They got picked up May 3rd, season 4.
Yeah, they got picked up today. Woo!
We now have no news and gossip. Thanks.
I have one more.
Sorry.
So then Klaus takes Elena. After this girl just saved you. You take her and then tie her up. I was confused by that scene, like, where are we? And she's in a hospital. Like, good. He's helping her. Fix the blood from the cut that she did on her throat. No, he's draining her.
Yeah.
Well, because he found his out.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is,
he found his way to ensure his own immortality.
Okay.
By the way, just throwing something out there. Why doesn't Elena just like give him a blood bag like once a month?
Or once a week.
Once a week?
That's a
or
really
every
weird
3
trade.
days.
Once just give him her blood. He can run off and make his hybrids.
Well,
and then
so
it'll be fine. And then he'll go away and she
something
won't.
similar to that, but they don't want him to build a hybrid army.
Yeah, that's true.
But that was a really interesting scene because we learned a lot. However, I was really mad at Todd. It was like, you could have stuck up, saved Elena right there by like just grabbing that blood bag, popping it, and then he would have to keep her alive.
I don't understand.
Everybody's looking out for themselves on the show.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, everyone wants to stay alive.
Yeah,
that's true. But then we find out,
except for Elena. Elena's really the only one.
Elena's the only one who's
looking out for everybody else.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true. With that scene though, with Tyler and Klaus, I thought it was really interesting. Klaus's, I don't know if you guys agree with it. I felt like Klaus had an aha moment of when Tyler said, you won't have family. That's why you're building Elena said you're building a backup family. And then Tyler kind of connected with it. you're trying to, your sire isn't as strong as true love, as an actual connection with somebody.
And I have Caroline, I have your girl,
so
have
it proves that you can build a hybrid army, but they're not going to be loyal to you.
But they're not all as smart as Tyler.
No, they're not.
They're not as smart. I'm just saying. But
no. It was an aha moment for him because it was like, okay, now I don't have Caroline. No one. It was like a no one loves me moment.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh shit, no one loves me, which sucks.
And so I was really proud of Tyler for that.
I never needed
anyone. So then he actually, again, so now let's get into Damon, Stefan, Elena, this whole thing we got going on. I thought it was really interesting, Klaus throwing it into Elena's face. You think I'm the one who's causing the break in the brothers' bond, but it's actually you.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was like a...
Because it's true. It is true. And
it's not her fault.
It's not her fault. But by the way... And she knows it, like the way when after they save her and they went to the door and she said, it's selfish. And she's right, but it's like, I don't want to lose. It is selfish, but she has a good reason because she doesn't want to lose either of them. So it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What are you feeling?
I feel like she needs to make the decision to not be lovers with either of them. Date a normal boy.
No, if she goes to Matt, this whole show will be...
I didn't say Matt. Although...
I want Rebecca and Matt to be together.
I would like that. Rebecca and Matt can, they can shack up and have half vampire, half human babies. Well, like... I'm just saying that maybe Elena needs to take some time for herself. Maybe she needs to reflect a little.
I agree with that.
Maybe she needs to go on a vacation, see a couple psychiatrists, get on some medication, figure out her life. There's a couple of self-help books she could read.
Chicken Soup for the Soul.
You Can Heal Your Life by Julie someone.
Anyways.
Well, no, so, and then, they go dump Klaus's body in the Atlantic Ocean, which I'm still confused by this whole stopping the hearts thing. So it's basically just like when they had that dagger.
It's the same thing that they did to Michael.
Okay.
It's the same thing because the dagger didn't work on Klaus because he was a vampire because he was a werewolf and
so that means Michael could be brought back to life.
Michael's dead now.
No.
It's what
happened to Michael
before they brought him back.
Okay.
You can bring Klaus back. He's not dead. He's just paralyzed.
Yeah.
Bury that mofo in the ocean.
Yeah.
So they have this victory party, and the brothers are having a victory drive.
That was a sweet... Like, by the way, I really liked the victory party. It was fun.
But I was so scared about
the drive. I thought the drive between Stefan and Damon was so sweet because we never get to see the two of them just alone, being brothers and like getting along and just loving each other. And I thought it was a very sweet moment to finally see them like that.
So now my question for you guys and anyone out there listening, please call in 424-256-1729
and rate, subscribe,
iTunes, do it, doing it. All right, so here's my question for you guys.
Are you drunk too, Jesse?
Say the question.
The question is what happens when Elena makes a decision?
She's not going to
I want you guys to think about it. Because we're going to discuss what they said. If Elena chooses Damon, Stefan said he'll leave town.
Right.
Girl, it's going to come to you.
Hands down.
If she chooses Stefan, Damon said, well, then fine, I'll leave too. Neither of those brothers want that, really. They really want the other one to almost say, like, you can have her. To me.
Yeah.
So here's a question. What happens when Elena makes a decision?
Okay, here's what I think.
If she picks one.
Okay, here's what I think.
Not if she picks herself.
What we didn't touch on is Stefan's reaction to killing Klaus. There was a lot of
his like
staring and the act out was off of him, off of like kind of his like inner battle. Mm-hmm. It was a little bit like that. This is what I think is going to happen. In the press release, can I say that? It's not like huge spoiler. I'll just say it. In the press release, it says, okay, we know Stefan and Damon are going out on a mission. One of them has to come back when Elena needs help. We know why Elena needs help because for some reason at the end of the episode, she collapsed. I think she's going to call Damon and Stefan is going to feel alone, so he'll wake up Klaus.
Wake him up? Really? What do you feel about that? Thoughts? David?
And they'll run off and...
I don't want Klaus to be woken up this early.
He's going to be, if not now, later. Yeah, they
later, fine.
They wouldn't have done it if they didn't want to bring the character back.
Yeah,
I honestly feel
that's a good point. Yeah.
That. Oh God, because I feel like she's not going to choose either of them,
and one will not be able to know how to handle that.
Exactly, but I just feel you can't get rid of Stefan. You can't get rid of Damon.
For half a season, you could get rid of one of them.
No, you
would.
We've done it with Stefan.
Yeah,
half a season.
But the thing is, here's the
couple.
Also, here's what I don't think I don't want to say anything like it's not against Paul Wesley or whatever. But if you look in like, kind of just. Who's the kind of bigger celebrity? Ian Somerhalder is a much bigger celebrity, a much bigger name, a much bigger than Paul Wesley is.
Right. And Ian is dating Nina, which I'm sure does not help. Hurt. Wait,
we are kind of going into predictions, but
it doesn't hurt.
No, we have a lot to discuss for predictions.
I'm just, well, what do you think?
I mean, for me, if she was to choose one, I do think if she's to choose someone, it's going to be Damon. Because, like we've already said,
why would she choose Damon?
Because she's so confused right now. And when they were standing at the front door, and I forget what she answered from Damon. Stefan was just sitting there, like off to the side, and exactly how you felt. He kind of felt alone. Like we're supposed to have this connection.
And
like,
Damon had him answer.
She answered Damon's question.
She answered. Yeah. No, she asked Damon a question, and he had Stefan answer it.
So that whole I don't know if Stefan's really strong enough. Even driving when he said, "Fine, I'll leave town." I feel like he only said that so that Damon would say, "Yeah, well, I'll leave town too." Because
but Damon won't leave town. She'll choose Stefan, and he won't leave town.
Here's the one reason I think that they would have her choose Stefan.
Why?
It has been such an Elena Damon heavy season that it would be more surprising, I think, if she chose Stefan.
I think it would be even more surprising if she chose Jeremy.
Well, hold that, because we are going to come back into predictions, and I actually, Emily told me something that actually does make sense in a weird way that makes sense. So, but before we do that, the end of the show, Rick calls a damn council meeting
with some random people who we've never seen before.
Lady with the bangs. Doesn't look like she lives in Mystic Falls at all. She lives on Long Island.
Bridge and tunnel.
Drinking her beer with her ice.
Yeah.
Out of her coffee
mug.
Her.
Love her. And her frosted hair.
And he basically outs Caroline and
Tyler. Yeah. That was some intense
and I think himself at the end of the day, because he did that vampire
Yeah, he did out himself. He used his super speed.
So does he have all those people under a spell? Because...
No.
They're not going to think it's weird. Oh, let's follow and fall under this spell of this immortal vampire.
Well, can he... What's it called?
He's just going to have to convince them. No, he can't. No, because they're council members. They're all on Vervain. All council members are on Vervain.
That's right. He can't use his magical...
So that's going to be really interesting to see where we come into place.
What is that called?
Compulsion.
So what happens... Elena falls to the ground, nose is bleeding, but she's holding her neck.
We'll see.
How is that tied to Rick? We're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, hopefully we get some phone calls, 424-256-1729, because we want to hear your opinion.
AfterBuzz TV. Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And, like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then, I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds. like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
All right.
So
that
before we
clapping
get
is
into
for
anything,
me. I'm just letting you
No,
guys
it's
know the
not.
clapping
Shut
is
up.
for me.
No, it's for our fans who are watching right now.
I
Shout
hate
out to
you.
Daniela, 25. She said, OMG, Vampire Diaries is unreal right now. And she tweeted at all of us. Also, Wes J. Will, he says, although I hate Close, he did appreciate what he did for Caroline.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We'll give him that.
I don't hate Klaus, though.
I don't hate Close. I'm just honestly, I'm tired of him.
I like him. I just wish they would bring him back as a good guy.
I just think
Already.
I am tired. I'm tired of like his sole mission. It's like he seems to have one mission, and that's just like I just want to see him do other things than like
Agreed.
try to like then threaten to kill everybody.
And I feel like the only way that can happen is if Stefan goes away with him.
Yeah.
Or if we have a bigger villain.
Yeah.
Well, we do. Rick is the bigger villain.
But is
but
he
Matt
signed on
Davis
for
got
next
a pilot.
season? Exactly.
We'll see.
Well, we'll see what happens next.
Can
episode.
I read off the press release
Go
for
ahead.
okay. So our season finale, The Secret Hero. Well, it's called The Departed. Determined to protect his sister, Jeremy makes a decision that will change everything. In the harsh reality of the present situation, Elena longs for simpler times when her parents Grayson and Miranda and Aunt Jenna were still alive, and her biggest concern was her relationship with Matt. Stefan and Damon leave Mystic Falls together on a mission, but soon split up when Elena needs one of them. Caroline and Tyler are forced to make a life-changing decision. Finally, Bonnie makes a secret deal that has heartbreaking consequences.
Well, we saw... Are we in predictions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot us with some predictions. Oh, that sounded creepier than
And
normal.
now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, I'm like, why are you pointing at me? Do I have pen all over my face? So we saw in the promo that I think Elena and someone else go over the bridge that her parents went over and died in.
Yeah.
Her and
So-
Matt.
Her and Matt. So they're both human, right? So,
Yeah.
and who has to make a life-altering decision? Bonnie?
No.
Yeah, didn't you say Bonnie?
No.
Bonnie makes a decision that...
Bonnie does a spell, I think. Or, yeah. Bonnie makes a deal.
Bonnie makes a deal. All right, so Bonnie's going to lose her magic for who knows how long to save Elena, and they'll probably just kill off Matt because, I mean, come on.
Oh, really?
You think they'll kill off Matt?
I don't know, because we saw Rebecca's back.
Rebecca's back, and you're gonna be in trouble. Hey,
And she was actually the cause of them.
back.
It
Yeah.
looked like she was the cause of them to go over the bridge.
But you know
Wait,
what?
wait,
She
wait. I
was
wanna go into
wearing the
this-
same thing as we had just... I don't know. It was weird.
I want to just go
It
into
Well, she
this
didn't
like that
pack
was
any
illusion.
clothes. She didn't pack any clothes. She just left town.
Yeah.
because
Maybe she came back to
Emily
get
brought
gas.
to me the attention of that Elena thinks of what a life would be like without all this stuff. So
Yeah.
what if she did choose Jeremy, and that's her way of saying, I'm not choosing either one of you guys right now. I need to
That's
kind of
what
just...
I've been saying for weeks
No, I know.
now, and no one
So
listens
if
to
it
me.
was to go that way, what do we do with the boys?
Which
if she wants to
boys?
be
It
alone.
won't go that way because there'd be nothing to do with the boys.
That's not... Guys, we can still have a show and watch them do things individually, and they can come back after 4 episodes. I'm just saying, in between, what...
Then it wouldn't be the Vampire Diaries if there was no vampires.
No, I'm not... But there would be. We would follow what Damon's doing. We would follow what Stefan's doing. Because to me, I think Stefan needs
And
to
just
take
because
Klaus.
she's not having a love interest with either of the Salvatore brothers, she still has Caroline. Caroline's one of her best friends. Caroline's a vampire. Caroline's dating Tyler, who's... I was going to say something really bad. Who's mixed. I mean, there's other people involved. She's got Bonnie, who's a witch lady.
Everybody, they've literally been throwing out, like, Julie, the producer, the thing is, Elena will make a choice. Elena will make a choice. Elena, I will be floored if she doesn't choose.
Exactly.
Choose in between.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And you'll love it. You'll turn into next season.
Just because
I will be so mad if she doesn't.
Let's say she doesn't. She decides to choose nobody for the season finale, right? We can come back 2 episodes in. She can make a decision.
I'm just saying, like, let's just do something bold.
But what we did see in the
for a couple
promo,
episodes.
we did see Stefan and Elena together in the promo.
And maybe she was telling him, I can't do this no
So
more.
maybe she had called him.
Done.
I don't know. We'll see. I really don't know.
I don't know. I'm excited.
I know.
So what happened?
I already told you.
I'm just excited. Next week needs to be just as epic as this week, because even David said this seemed like the season finale.
It did.
It did seem like the season.
And it should have been.
Because
it was good.
Hopefully not. Hopefully they're going to feed us next week some damn adrenaline.
Yeah.
Until next week, you guys can follow us on Facebook, iTunes, at AfterBuzz TV, tweet us, twat us, Twitter us.
Twatter.
That's what I call my Twitter fans, twatters. You can follow me at DJ Jesse J.
You can follow me at You Can Call Me Skiff.
At M Herbert.
Till next week, same time,
Same place.
last time.
Oh my God.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Mwah.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.